What's up? Welcome into the West Bros Experience. Good morning. I'm Bob West.
I'm Colby West, and today we're going to talk about how to change your mindset. Maybe you aren't sure if you need that, or maybe you just need some other kind of change in your life. But I firmly believe it all starts with your mindset. If you're able to change your perspective on certain things and really reform your thinking, you can make a lot of good changes happen in your life.
Love it. Absolutely. So how to change your mindset. The motivation for this episode came from Tony Robbins' video that we saw. And he said basically you can use these 3 questions to change your mindset in any given instance and actually use that and change your mindset in any instance. And the more you do that, the more powerful it becomes. So let's just jump right into the 3 questions. He says, so if you're looking to change your mindset in any given moment, the first question you ask yourself is, what will I focus on? The second question you ask is, what does it mean? The third question you ask is, what am I going to do? So the first question, what will I focus on? Yeah. Let's jump right in there.
Yeah, first thing for me, what will I focus on? I'm going to take a step back first and be like, hey, what do I want? What do I want to see happen with the world? What do I want to become? What kind of energy do I want to embody, really? And right there, it starts with, what do you do every day? Are your daily activities contributing to that end game success? And you need that daily routine to help you perform at that peak state.
I like it. Yeah, the daily routine's huge. I think, just even asking yourself the question when you kind of fall out of your daily routine, what will I focus on? It can help you get out of some of that negative state of mind. You know, a lot of times we get focused on the things we don't have, or the things that aren't going our way, or maybe the negative opinions of other people. But we need to be able to just ask ourselves, what am I going to focus on? So having that long-term vision in mind, I think is absolutely huge.
Yeah, definitely.
What you got any other tips for people as far as like when it's a little difficult maybe to focus on what you want to focus on?
Yeah, it's really finding your small victories. I say celebrate every victory time and time again, and finding a way to take a positive out of any situation. Like if you didn't, or you got to the gym this morning and you only worked out for 30 or 40 minutes and you didn't feel good, but hey, you got there, you did it, you got a little better that day. Right. Just the small victories.
Focus on the fact that you got something done rather than laying in bed or the alternative. Focus on the little bit of positive that you can find to keep moving yourself forward. So in any moment, kind of deciding, hey, what am I going to focus on? That's our most powerful asset, because we all do have the power of our own perception. And so deciding what you're going to use your ears and your eyes for, and what you're going to listen to, what you're going to look at, what you're really going to focus on, that's huge. So
yeah, so many people get caught up listening to other people's negativity because they're used to having them in their life, and just because they're there doesn't mean you need to like see eye to eye with them. And it's really like keeping that big picture in mind again, and kind of using every little instance to kind of grow as a person and get toward what you want to become.
Awesome. So the second question, after you ask yourself, what will I focus on? The second question you ask yourself is, what does it mean? And Tony Robbins suggests that this is the really fun part, because you get to make this up. A lot of times it might be an ingrained habit where you've decided that, you know, the negative thing you're focusing on means something else negative in the future, but it doesn't have to mean that. It can mean that today, right now, in this moment, that negative thought actually means something else. It means that you're going to take a new direction and a new path forward.
Yeah, like you said, new path. If that happens, don't get frustrated by it. It's remain open to change. That was the biggest part of like what an obstacle I had to overcome while being at Tesla. Things were always changing, always evolving, and you had to be able to pivot with it and keep that energy and be able to support others that you know are going through the same thing.
Yeah, so kind of, you know, what does it mean deciding that everything you can really decide that everything is going toward your long-term vision.
Yep. It's completely rephrasing your problems, redoing your perspective, taking every and little tiny positive thing you can. Even if there's 9 negatives to 1 positive, you have to be able to find that 1 positive of the situation and say, hey, this went really well this time, and so I'm going to pour all my energy into that one sole focus of this next task I'm about to do, and then maybe you'll get 10x positive out of the next task. So
that's perfect. Yeah, that leads us right into that last question. The third question you ask yourself is, what am I going to do? So you've decided what you're going to focus on. You've decided the meaning of that focus. Now you get to decide what you're going to do about it. And I know that, Tony's got a big tip that he says you just got to take massive action. Mm-hmm. You've got to get out there and take an absolutely enormous action that's going to change your life. That's the first thing I think of when we're answering that question.
Yeah, it's action, action, action. You heard it before. Micro action, macro vision. Thanks, Gary Vee. It's finding the people that you want to do life with, finding your inner circle, finding your A-team, as Tony puts it. It'll make things exponentially easier. And if you're able to find that solid community of people that allows you to embody the energy you want to see in the world, it's going to be just so much easier.
I love it. So yeah, we all get into maybe states of mind that we don't want to be in. And these are the 3 questions that you can take with you. Ask yourself when you're in those states of mind, especially when you're dealing with difficult spots in life. Ask yourself, what will I focus on? What does it mean? And what am I going to do? I think just doing that a little more and more each day can have big time results long term.
Yeah, it's the little wins. Again, it's really celebrating each and every one of those and being grateful for everything. Even if it feels negative at the time, or it's a negative opinion like we talked about yesterday, it's finding a positive and being grateful that person was trying to help you. And
maybe there's a reason you need to go through this particular struggle.
Yep. Because
it's going to make you that person that your vision sees, but maybe you just don't quite know the steps that it's going to take. So
yep.
Yeah, keep that long-term vision in mind. Anything else you want to add?
That's about it for the day, I think.
Yeah, so the 3 questions, once again: what will I focus on? What does it mean? And what am I going to do? You get to answer those 3 questions for yourself, make up the answers, and take massive action. That's it for now. Thanks for watching.
Let's get it.
Thanks.